Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about a world that's being rebuilt right now. A world where trust isn't about a handshake or a signature anymore, but about pure, unbreakable code. This is the story of the smart contract society, and believe me, it's already changing pretty much everything about how we do business and live our lives.
Okay, so let's get right to the heart of it. Why do we even need this? Well, we're facing a massive crisis of trust. For centuries, right, we've relied on things like reputation or middlemen like banks and lawyers to make sure deals happen fairly. But in our super fast, global, digital world, those old systems just can't keep up. They're slow, they're expensive, and honestly, they're way too easy to game. So what's the fix?
And here, you can really see the problem in black and white. We've gone from local deals where your word was your bond to this massive, anonymous online world. And sure, digital deals are instant, but they forced us to rely on all these third parties, these gatekeepers. And every time you add a gatekeeper, you add time, you add cost, and you add another potential point of failure. That's the trust crisis we're all stuck in right now. But what if an agreement could enforce itself? I mean, what if you didn't need a middleman at all because the promise was guaranteed to execute on its own? Well, that's the revolutionary idea we're diving into today. It's called a self-executing promise, but you probably know it by its other name, the smart contract. So what on earth is a smart contract? It's actually way simpler than it sounds. It's just an agreement where the terms are written directly into lines of code. The source material uses this brilliant analogy. It's like a digital vending machine for trust. You know how a vending machine works, right? You put your money in, that's the condition, and the machine automatically gives you your snack, that's the result. You don't have to trust a person, you just trust that the machine is programmed to work. That's a smart contract. The logic behind it is just beautiful in its simplicity. If this, then that. So, step 1, the rules of the deal get coded. For example, if the package gets delivered. Step 2, the system is constantly watching and it automatically verifies that, yep, the condition has been met. And then, step 3, bam, the agreed upon action happens. Then release the payment. It's instant, it's automatic, and it's totally impartial. It's like a robot referee that can't be bribed. And when you put them side by side, the difference is just staggering. Traditional contracts, slow, clunky, expensive, totally dependent on middlemen, which opens the door for human error and bias. Smart contracts are the exact opposite. They're instant, they're automated, and because they're just code, they're completely impartial. By cutting out all those intermediaries, they become incredibly accurate and way, way cheaper. It's a total upgrade. Okay, so this all sounds great, but you're probably wondering, where does this code actually live? What stops someone from just going in and changing it? To answer that, we have to look under the hood at the engine that makes all of this possible, the blockchain.
Right. A smart contract can't just run on your laptop or some random server. It needs a special kind of digital bedrock to guarantee it can't be tampered with. And that bedrock is the blockchain. You can think of the blockchain as this new, super secure internet, and smart contracts are the apps that run on top of it. And the reason blockchain is so trustworthy comes down to these 3 magic ingredients. First, it's publicly verifiable. Anyone on the network can look at the data and confirm it's legit. Second, it's permanent. Once something is recorded, it's basically set in stone forever. You can't change it or delete it. And third, and this is the big one, it's decentralized. No single person, company, or government is in charge. Together, these 3 things create a fortress where an agreement can run exactly as promised. I love this line from the source material. It just nails it. It replaces unreliable middlemen with unbreakable mathematics. Think about that. Instead of putting our faith in a person or an institution that could make a mistake or act in bad faith, we're trusting pure, cold, hard math. The system itself is the guarantee. And this is the profound change we're talking about. It's a seismic shift. For all of human history, our economies have run on trust me, but now we're entering a whole new era, the era of verify it. You don't have to take someone's word for it anymore. You can just look at the public, unchangeable record and see the proof for yourself. Now, this isn't just some theory for the future. This is not science fiction. This revolution is already underway. So let's take a look at some real-world examples of how smart contracts are turning entire industries upside down as we speak. Finance was one of the first to get completely shaken up. You've probably heard of decentralized finance, or DeFi. It uses smart contracts to build entire financial systems. I'm talking loans, insurance, investments, all without a single traditional bank in sight. The code is the bank. And what about real estate, an industry famous for being slow and drowning in paperwork? Well, imagine buying a house where the second your payment is confirmed, the digital deed is instantly and automatically transferred to you. No title companies, no escrow agents, no waiting for weeks. A process that took months can now happen in minutes. It's a total game changer. Or think about the stuff we buy every day. Smart contracts are bringing crazy levels of transparency to supply chains. You could scan a QR code on your coffee and literally trace its entire journey back to the exact farm it was grown on. This isn't just cool, it's a powerful way to guarantee authenticity and fight counterfeit goods. The implications for how we govern ourselves are just massive. You can build voting systems on smart contracts where every single vote is securely logged on the blockchain. Once it's cast, it cannot be changed or removed. It creates a system that's pretty much immune to fraud. And this really brings it home for individuals, especially anyone in the gig economy. Picture a freelance contract that automatically pays you the instant you submit the approved work. No more chasing invoices, no more waiting 30, 60, 90 days to get paid. The code is your accounts department, and it never forgets to pay on time. So when you start connecting all these dots, finance, real estate, voting, your own job, you start to realize we're not just talking about a cool new app. We're talking about a rewriting of the fundamental operating system of our society. Our future is literally being written in code. And if you look at history, it makes perfect sense. We went from verbal promises to sealed paper contracts. Then we went to digital signatures over email. Each step made our agreements more secure and more efficient. Well, self-executing smart contracts are simply the next logical step in that long evolution. So what this all boils down to is that we're moving away from a world of paper promises and into a world of programmed trust. We are building a smart contract society, a society where integrity isn't just a virtue you hope for, it's a feature that's coded directly into the system itself. This last quote really just says it all. This isn't a maybe or a what if anymore. The old, slow, manual way of doing things is on its way out. The smart contract society is here, and it's rising fast. And that leaves us with one last, really exciting question to think about. When trust is no longer a bottleneck, when it's something that can be coded and automated as easily as anything else, what becomes possible? What amazing things will we build on top of this new, unbreakable foundation? That is what we're all about to find out.